Okay, hold on just a second. I get YouTube up and running.
Okay. I am pulling it up now.
Okay.
Brian, do you have to read us that statement?
No, stop.
Yes, as soon as we're live, I can read the statement.
Okay, hold on. All right, Vanessa, are you?
Yeah, did it let you log into the Google account, Katie?
It says this device isn't recognized, so it wants to make sure it's me. So it wants to send a verification verification code
God.
to not my number.
Huh, that does not sound correct. I've never seen that message, and since we want to make sure this is recorded on the town account. So you logged into Gmail, did it, and it let you log in, and it's asking you, are you sure that it's logged in on the town Gmail and not your own Gmail?
Yeah. Let me try it again.
Okay.
Well, it's actually saying that it is recording. So
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
And you're recording on Zoom as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good to go because the Zoom is always a backup.
Okay.
If for some reason, it didn't click on the YouTube end, the Zoom is a backup. So I think they're good to go as long as you're recording on Zoom.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. So
Thank
I think
you.
you're all set, Brian.
Okay, I'm going to read that statement real quick, just to get going.
Okay.
Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GL Chapter 38, Section 18, the governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place. This meeting of the Southborough Taxation Aid Committee will be conducted via remote participation to the greatest extent possible. Specific information and general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and our parties with the right and a requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the Town of Southborough's website at www.southboroughtown.com. For this meeting, members of the public who wish to watch or participate in the meeting may do so in the following manner by finding the meeting at southborough.com remote meetings. No in-person attendance of members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can actually assess the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on Southborough's website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. That's that. So I think we're good to go, yes?
Okay.
Okay, so I think item number one, I would suggest the committee postpone, since Mary Ann, you weren't at the meeting, you can't vote on them. So
Correct.
there's no point in taking that one. So I take it that's a no-brainer. I'll make that motion. Hal, if you want to second it or
I'll
something.
second that motion.
Okay, and I'm for that. I vote yes to postpone.
I vote yes.
Okay. And I'm sure Mary Ann does, even though she.
Oh. I can vote yes. I didn't know if I could vote on that or not, but yes.
Yeah, you can vote on that. Okay, so that brings us to really the letter. Mary Ann, did you get a chance to read through it now, or?
Yeah, I'm looking at the first document that said the following is a list of exemptions. So
Yep.
that, and
Yep.
I take it that the bolded areas are the ones that were changed.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So not knowing what the previous one was, it appears though that you just made some changes and things like that. And
It was
then,
more towards, I think the changes were just to the new year because they had the old year on it. I think
Okay.
that's what it really was.
okay. And then the letter is just stating what they're going to be receiving. And,
Yep.
okay, other taxation relief opportunities, all right. So they're just listing things that other ways that they can get additional tax write-offs, is that correct? Like the senior tax work-off program, veterans relief. So they're attaching these other things so that they know that's available to them too?
Right, because we found during the process that most of these, if not all of them, actually only one of them was taking advantage of other things that maybe they could take advantage of. So
Mhm.
we just wanted to send them some generic thing out to say, please be aware, that there's other things out there you may want to look into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did listen to the previous meeting, so I did understand that you were talking about how this is a yearly award, that it doesn't necessarily happen every year and they have to reapply for that. So, and that's written in this letter. So
Correct.
that seems to be, appropriate too.
Correct.
So, yeah, I mean, so it appears that this letter, explains all that, and I think I'm good with that.
Hal, did you see any other changes that you wanted to make, or do you think it's pretty good now where it sits?
Well, I think you made all the changes that I suggested. Okay, and I think you
Okay.
made all the changes that Jeff or anyone else suggested we put in it too. So I thought it was pretty clear.
Yep.
You added the website and you got the full name of the senior tax work off and a few things like that. So the letter and the attachment to it looked fine to me.
Okay. All right. So I think if that is the case, I think it's good too. And I did actually watch the meeting again, so I made sure I got everyone's points. So I'm pretty confident that we've addressed everything that we thought last time. So I think if you two are comfortable with it, I can make a motion to approve the letter to send out, which I will send out probably in the next couple days. For these there were 7 people who are getting the assistance that we approved in the prior meeting. So I guess I'll make that motion. I
Okay,
make a motion
just
that
just
Yep.
one more thing, Brian. I
Yep.
know that I wasn't on the committee at this time, but you list the committee members. Does my name go on with the committee members, or not because I wasn't there when this was presented?
No, yours will go on there also.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That's good. Fine.
Yep.
Thank you.
No. Since you're on it now, it's before we took the final action. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the letter as sent without any further changes, and then I will send that out within the coming week.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
Okay, and Brian is for aye.
Hal, aye.
Mary Ann, aye.
Perfect. We got through the guts of this meeting, even though it was messy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to do, what you both think of for a next meeting date. Do you want to try to set one? Or would you rather I talk to Elizabeth or Liz and, after I talk to her, I could email you guys? Is that good for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things, Brian, it's not on our agenda, but I think at the meeting I sat in on, okay, before I became appointed to the committee, one of
Yep.
the items of discussion was going to be, what is the committee going to do to try to raise more money for future years? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's an item that should be put on the agenda, because as I understand it, most of the way of raising money will be through putting things in outgoing tax bills, right? I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, maybe come up with some other ideas. But
Yep.
there are certain, if we're trying to think about next year, we need to start thinking about what we're going to do to keep the fund going.
I totally agree with you. Because right now, as you know, all our balances have been because of people giving money through the tax bills. So, yes, I think we can add that. In fact, I can mention that to Liz, that we want, would like to have that on the agenda the next meeting. So
So,
I have no problem with that.
so my thought is I'm not sure how people feel about meeting in the summer, and I know a lot of committees kind of slow down. This is certainly an unusual summer. I'm kind of thinking we ought to be meeting at least if we can, to get some ideas for the fall.
No, I agree. Mary Ann, do you think that's a good idea too?
I agree too. One thing about the meeting, did you have a set, like the third Wednesday of the month or something like that? Did you set up a meeting schedule like that? Or was it just whenever people could meet?
Well, no, actually we did. We actually did have I think it was the second Wednesday of every month, right, Hal?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that's,
yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it might be best if we try to schedule something like that. So then every month we have a routine time and date.
Yeah, I think it was
Sure.
supposed to be 4 o'clock. On the second Wednesday was our thought, our plan, and that was what was planned for this month.
Right, and yeah, then that's fine. I'm assuming that you probably will talk with Liz, because seeing how she's the chairperson, make sure that that's okay with her.
I'm just opening my calendar just to see what the second Wednesday in July goes to, but, well, it would be what, the 4th is, actually, hold on, it just opened. So July, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's actually July 8th. So, which is actually only, 2 weeks from this Wednesday. So why don't I do this? I'll talk to Liz and see if the 8th makes sense. I agree, and that we do want to kind of get a set schedule. I think it's easier that way. But let me talk to her, and if she thinks that that's, a good day, then I'll let you know. We can maybe try that day.
Sounds good.
That's fine with me.
Okay, good. I think that's all we had on the agenda, and we'll carry the minutes over until next meeting. And other than that, if no one else has anything else, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
Brian
It was
is-
nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, or hear you. Okay, so Brian is aye on that.
Al is aye.
Mary Ann is aye.
All right, guys, have a good day, and I'll be in touch soon.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. To leave the meeting.
Okay.
So mine still says recording.
Okay, we're gonna stop recording on
Okay.
Zoom.